nigga. Yo, that's dog.
Y'all heard that, right? Come on, man. Kendrick said you can't fake the influence. Everybody can't be a bot. Everybody can't be lying, dog. So apparently he was at the Super Bowl, and I ain't gonna play the audio, but y'all see here's a part of the actual show. Y'all see some people dancing. Some people getting down with it, you feel me? But y'all see, got some white people, what? Low-key, you wouldn't expect them to be bumping Kendrick Lamar. You expect them to be listening to Rascal Flatts or Aerosmith or something like that, man. Hey, Kenny Chesney or something. They're not trying to listen to Kendrick Lamar. They're not listening to Good Kid, Mad City. They don't, come on, bro. They don't know about real hip-hop. So, like, this isn't necessarily the jab they think it is. It's like, cool, of course, this isn't Kendrick Lamar's target demographic. You see people talking about the worst halftime show, the like to dislike ratio. And this was earlier today. So 15 million in 13 hours. Like I said, this is the #1 on trending. It's getting more views than the halftime, like the full show highlights. Not the full show, but the full game highlights, I mean. So look at this like to dislike. 1 million to 24,000. So apparently it wasn't that disliked. Apparently it wasn't that hated. So somebody's lying. Hey, this is what it really looked like. Hey, this is what it looked like when I was around, man. Y'all saw my reaction. Hey, grooving, dancing, bopping. Especially when Not Like Us came on. Especially the way he introduced it. He teased it up, and then at the end, he, came in with it, grooving with it, bouncing. Look, at the whole theater, man. Look at this. At the whole theater in the front of everybody. Look at, come on, man. Come on, dog. What we talking about?
Nigga. Yo, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Y'all heard that, right? Come on, man. Kendrick said you can't fake the influence. Everybody can't be a bot. Everybody can't be lying, dog. And of course, it makes sense to somebody that lives in the real world. But Drake, he's Drake. He's built up this fantasy world in his head where people around him let him get away with anything and everything. He's living in his own bubble. Now he has to deal with the consequences of his actions. Welcome to being an adult. Welcome, Aubrey. Take your L, dog. So this is just going through some of the most recent Super Bowl performances. And I want y'all to see if y'all notice a trend. All right, so this is Beyonce. Can I get a refund? Beyonce's NFL halftime show leaves fans furious. Super Bowl halftime show review. The weekend wasn't great, but it's not his fault. Rihanna making the FCC work after Super Bowl viewers file 103 complaints. Super Bowl 2024. Fans divided over Usher's boring halftime show. God damn. Y'all noticing the trend? I'm noticing some patterns. But hey, man, maybe it's just me. But so when we talk about Usher being boring, Beyonce's boring, The Weeknd is boring, Rihanna's boring, Kendrick Lamar is boring, what is your taste? Then who else is boring? I want to see what they like. I want to see what they want to hear. Because ain't no way they talking about Usher, The Weeknd, Rihanna, and Beyonce were boring. That has to be for clickbait. That has to be rage bait, for sure. Like, it has to be for people like me to get talking about it. Because ain't no way they actually believe that. Or maybe they do. Or maybe they just do. Either way. Oh, well. Oh, well, dog.
Here's everything you missed about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance in under 2 minutes, and there's a lot, so let's get into it. Kendrick was wearing a Gloria jacket, which is a reference to his pen as...
Hey, that jacket was fire, man. I ain't even noticed what it said on the front, Gloria. But that jacket and that chain, a lot of people were saying it was an A minor. That's a PG Lang chain. But, yeah, that jacket, like, of course, Kendrick with the gloves and everything. Yeah, Kendrick came out fresh, man.
Referenced on GNX. He also had an A on his chain, which could be one of two things. PG Lang's logo or a small A, a minor A, trying to strike a chord, and is probably... In terms of the actual performance, he started off by playing the Tiramisu, aka the Body for Body snippet, which is an unreleased song that was teased for his GNX album. But he did perform...
And that's crazy, because he is releasing snippets at the Super Bowl. That's crazy, dog. Like, I didn't think he was going to come out with that. I thought it was going to be whacked out murals, because that's what it sounded like at the beginning. And then, especially he went into Man at the Garden. I did not expect them two songs at the Super Bowl at all. Man at the Garden at the Super Bowl, that shocked me.
Some more lyrics from it that we hadn't heard. Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam was great. He was trying so hard not to curse, and he did a good job. But he also told Kendrick, go to the hits. And that's when Kendrick played Humble and DNA. Now on screen there were buttons that referenced a game, which at the end came to the final conclusion of Game Over. Of course we had SZA.
Of course, Sam, Uncle Sam. Oh man, Samuel L., he killed his role. He did his thing. And a lot of people were saying he kind of revised his role in Django. And of course, we're going to break down the more political aspect of it. But Kendrick, with the colors, the red, white, the blue, with the just everything he was saying, even in between with the 40 acres and the mule. Like, he was really speaking, man. He was really communicating. He wasn't just using his verbal communication. How, if you know that the mass majority of communication is nonverbal. So what we say is really the smallest part of how we communicate. So Kendrick, he was communicating with everything. The art, the clothes, the song selection, having Samuel L. Jackson, having Serena. Hell, even the words he's choosing to say, he's communicating in each and every single level. So, man, we're going to break it down, but let's keep it going.
Singing All the Stars, which is also low-key a Drake diss. We had Serena Crip walking on stage. Man. And during Peekaboo, we had a big X on screen. Now, this may be a huge reach, but we're going to do it anyways. X, Drake's X, Drake's X.
Yeah, that's a big reach. That's a big reach. But I think the Peekaboo, that was one of my favorite parts. I just love the camera movement. That camera movement, that was fire. Like, just the move, like the way that was bouncing and shit. That shit made me lit. That shit got me hyped. I don't get how they can say it was mid, man. I don't get these dudes. Like they said, oh, it was alright. Like, I could understand you wanting more hits, but understand, all out of the songs he played, I think we're gonna talk about that in a second. I think, but 8 out of the songs were literally, not only were they from his most recent album, but they are all chart-topping songs. There's just not songs that you may think are huge. And of course, if you're a Kendrick fan, if you're a hip hop fan, you grew up with Kendrick, maybe you wanted the Money Trees, the Backseat Freestyle, Mad City, this type of thing. But you gotta understand, also another thing, Kendrick owns those masters to GNX. So it's a lot more to Kendrick than that performance. You know, gotta understand that, especially if you are truly a Kendrick Lamar fan. You know what's going on. Man, I love this shit. Let's talk about it.
XXX. I'm not saying there's a link, but in Peekaboo, Kendrick did hint at knowing a little bit more about this. And there is this whole case that you can look into if you want. Coincidence? Maybe. And I want to play their favorite song, but you know they love to sue. The lawsuit. He also rapped that they try to rig the game, but you can't fake the influence, meaning no matter what was going on behind the scenes, this is real life. People are screaming the lyrics in real life at the Super Bowl, at the biggest event in the world. Definitely in America, but I also know it was global. It's only noon in Australia. At the end, there was also a guy who pulled up with a Palestinian flag. He got immediately dragged off, but he did make it into a part of the show. Still can't believe we got Euphoria at the Super Bowl. But let me know, what you think of the performance? Is there anything
And Euphoria, I was not expecting Euphoria either. I really wasn't expecting any diss track beside Not Like Us. That's really the biggest one. I thought if anything, he'll do like a little part where he like did the Euphoria, but I didn't think he would do the whole song. So yeah, man, I'm good with it. I enjoyed myself, man. Y'all see it in my reaction. I enjoyed myself. That's the biggest part of yesterday.